Alright, after that last video lesson, I really felt your pain. So this is Algebra 2, Lesson 14.4, and I pretty much just want to go over the same information and make sure that we're good, okay? Alright, and it's page 5 again. Okay, so we're talking about angles in standard form. Here's your y-axis, here's your x-axis. Okay, remember the quadrant starts with 0 degrees, then you go counterclockwise, positive 90, 180, 270, and then back to 360, okay? So I thought we'd fill this in one more time. All right, the ray on the x-axis is called the initial side. All right, so that's from 0, 0, and then that's this baby right here. That's the initial side. The other ray is called the terminal side. Alright, and then this one example they drew here, this would be the terminal side. Okay, and if you notice, they drew a counterclockwise arrow, so this is going to be a positive angle. You know up to here is 90, so this looks about 150 degrees. Okay, because look, 30 more would take you to 180. Speaking of counterclockwise rotations, that results in a positive. Okay, counterclockwise is positive. Clockwise rotation results in a negative. Okay, and then one full revolution, you start here, 90, 180, 270, back to where you start is 360. And just to get you used to the radians, I'm going to slide it in there. A full rotation in radians would be 2 pi. Okay? Alright, so drawing angles. I know you can handle number 1, so let's go to number 2 only because I want to make sure you get the whole negative ones. Alright, all you got to do to draw negative 160, point at 0, 0. Here's your initial side. I'll make it a little darker. I noticed in the last video it wasn't easy to see, I know. You want negative, so you're going to spin clockwise. If I spin here, that is going to be 90, alright, and I'm just going to guesstimate to here and draw in my ray, and this will be negative 160. Okay, because look, if you spin down to here, that'll be negative 90. If you spin this opposing ray right here, that'll be negative 180, so it's just shy of negative 180, and we make that negative 160. Number 3, holy smokages, 430. What? Okay, well, I think the easiest way to do 430 is to take 430 and subtract a full revolution since it's greater than 360. Okay, and this is positive. So look, you know that if I wanted 360, I'm going to do a complete rotation back. Let me go ahead and draw in my initial side. Alright, and that's 360 right there. Alright, so I'm going to subtract, and I get 70 left over. Well, look, 90 is here, so we'll just put it right here. And you're going to take your arrow, and you're going to spin a little more. Let me try to say that better. Look, a complete spin. I spin you right round. All right, look, I spin you, well, left round actually. I spin you around 360, and then I had to go 70 degrees more, and that makes a total of 430. Just never knew math could get so strange, huh? All right, any questions, any comments? Angles bigger than 180, can't get any better than that. All right, and then I was worried about the whole radians and degrees, so let's go ahead and play around with that. All right, let me slide this baby up. I hope all is going well for you guys. All right, so let's skip over to 4 through 9. This is not as bad as it sounds, okay? You have the notes from the last lesson. Okay, so use your chart. If they give it to you, see how 30 degrees, it's in degrees, right? So you are going to multiply by pi over 180. Okay, if it's in degrees, you're going to multiply by pi over 180. And I think I'm going to write that over here. So multiply by pi over 180. Okay, just put the pi in the back, honestly. So just keep the 30 over the 180 and immediately put the Greek symbol in the back so it doesn't, causes you any stress. All right, drop those zeros and we're going to divide by 3, and you're going to get 1/6 pi, which is just pi over 6. Okay, 1/6 of something is just dividing by 6. I'll leave number 5 for you, but number 6, I want to make sure if it's negative, it is nothing different. You're still going to multiply by pi over 180. So go negative 220 times pi over 180. I would immediately write this as negative 220 over 180 and put the pi in the back. Okay, I'm just going to erase this to make it look neater. So yeah, why don't we just skip to that? Just take the degrees, negative 220 over 180, and put the pi in the back. All right, then you're going to drop them zeros. They're both even, so you're going to divide by 2, and you're going to get negative 11 ninths pi. Okay, so that is given the angle in degrees, changing into radians. All right, we got one more section here. Now, if they give it to you in radians, okay, and how do you know that's radians? Because it's in terms of pi, okay? They use the circumference with a radius of 1, and remember the full circumference would be 2 pi, but we're just trying to find this location. When you see pi in the top right, just put pi in the bottom and put 180. So in this section, you're multiplying, all right, by 180 over pi. Okay, first thing I would do is get rid of the pi's. Okay, absolutely, I would just get rid of those pi's and make your life easy. One's in the numerator, one's in the denominator. And when you're multiplying these fractions, I would just go top times top, really to make your life easy. So 4 times 180, 720. Then the bottom will be 3 times 1, right? So it's 3. And you do 720 divided by 3, and you are at a 240-degree angle. Okay? And again, if we wanted to draw this angle, let's just do a quick, make sure you all know how to draw this. All right, you don't have to get all fancy. Draw a y-axis, draw an x-axis. Here's your initial side. All right, you want 240, which is positive. So look, I'm going to spin 90, 180, 270 would be all the way to here, so I'll just go a little bit shy, and I'll put 240 about there.
Okay.
And then just draw your arrow like this. Okay, 90, 180, this would be 270 down here, and then just shy of 270 will make that 240. All right, I hope this is helping. It's Mr. Mac. This was lesson 13.4. Hope to see you soon.